My dear seekers of truth, have you ever wondered why ancient civilizations seem to possess knowledge that defies all explanation? The official history has told us repeatedly about the slow progress of humanity, but what if everything we believe we know about our origins were an elaborate cover-up? Today, we will dive into one of the most intriguing and controversial biblical mysteries, the conspiracy of the Watchers. These enigmatic beings, mentioned in ancient texts like the Book of Enoch, could be the key to unlocking the deepest secrets of our existence. And what if I told you that these supposed fallen angels not only interacted with early humanity, but were the true architects of our civilization? Prepare yourself to question everything you thought you knew about human history. In this journey, we will explore evidence that challenges the traditional narrative, revealing a truth that could forever change our perception of the world. Are you ready to delve into the shadows of history and uncover the conspiracy that has remained hidden for millennia? To understand the magnitude of this conspiracy, we must go back to the dawn of recorded history. The Book of Enoch, an apocryphal text excluded from the canonical Bible, speaks of the Watchers, celestial beings who descended to earth. But who really were these Watchers? According to ancient texts, the Watchers were angels tasked with observing humanity. However, fascinated by the beauty of earthly women, they decided to abandon their celestial post. This act of rebellion against the divine order marked the beginning of a series of events that would change the course of human history forever. The Watchers not only mingled with humans, but also imparted forbidden knowledge to them. They taught men the art of warfare, metallurgy, cosmetics, and women the arts of magic, divination, and herbal knowledge. But most intriguingly, they also revealed secrets of astronomy, mathematics, and advanced technology. This is where the conspiracy begins to take shape. How can we explain the sudden technological and cultural leap of the earliest civilizations? Conventional archaeology struggles to provide satisfactory answers to the sudden appearance of precise astronomical knowledge, advanced construction techniques, and complex writing systems. The ancient astronaut theory has long proposed that extraterrestrial beings influenced the development of ancient civilizations. But what if the truth was even more surprising? What if these supposed extraterrestrials were actually the Watchers mentioned in ancient texts? This perspective forces us to reconsider not only our past, but also our present and future. If the Watchers existed and had such an impact on early humanity, is it possible that their influence continues to this day? Could they be operating from the shadows, guiding the course of world events? As we delve deeper into this investigation, we will see how the footprints of the Watchers extend far beyond biblical texts, leaving their mark on cultures and mythologies around the world. From the gods of Greek Olympus to the deities of ancient Sumer, we will find surprisingly similar patterns suggesting a common source: the mysterious Watchers. Prepare yourself, my dear seekers of truth, for we are about to embark on a journey that will challenge everything we think we know about our origins and our place in the universe. The conspiracy of the Watchers is not just another theory, it is the key that could open the door to a new understanding of reality itself. Let us now delve into the most compelling evidence that suggests the intervention of the Watchers in our history. First, let us examine the enigma of the Great Pyramid of Giza. This architectural marvel, constructed more than 4,500 years ago, continues to defy our modern understanding. The precision with which the Great Pyramid was built is astounding. Its alignment with the cardinal points has a margin of error of less than 1/10 of a degree. How did the ancient Egyptians achieve such precision without advanced technology? Moreover, the pyramid incorporates astronomical and mathematical measures that should not have been known at that time. For example, the relationship between the base perimeter of the pyramid and its height is approximately 2p, a mathematical constant that was not officially discovered until thousands of years later. Coincidence or knowledge transmitted by the Watchers? But the mystery does not end there. The location of the Great Pyramid does not seem arbitrary. If we draw a line from the pyramid through the center of the Earth and extend it into space, it passes through the point where the North Star was located 4,700 years ago, right when the pyramid is believed to have been built. How could the ancient Egyptians have such precise astronomical knowledge? Let's move now to South America, where we find other intriguing evidence, the Nazca lines. These enormous geoglyphs, only visible in their entirety from the air, raise an unsettling question. For whom were they created? The official theory suggests that they were made for the gods, but what if these gods were actually the Watchers, capable of observing them from the skies? Some of the Nazca figures represent constellations with surprising precision. Others appear to be runways or markers for aerial navigation. Could these lines be an attempt at communication or guidance for the Watchers? Let's advance now to Mesopotamia, the cradle of civilization. The Sumerian texts, some of the oldest writings we possess, speak of the Anunnaki, divine beings who descended from the sky to teach humanity. The similarities between the Anunnaki and the Watchers are striking. Both groups are described as possessing advanced knowledge which they shared with humans. The Enuma Elish, the Babylonian creation myth, describes how the gods created humans to be their servants. Could this be a distorted interpretation of the Watchers' intervention in human evolution? But perhaps the most intriguing evidence comes from ancient texts describing advanced technology. The book of Ezekiel in the Bible describes a wheel within a wheel descending from the sky, a description that some interpret as a spacecraft. In India, the Vedic texts speak of Vimanas, flying machines capable of covering great distances and engaging in aerial battles. And what about advanced medical knowledge? The Edwin Smith Papyrus, an Egyptian medical text dating back to 1600 BC, describes surgical procedures and anatomical knowledge that should not have existed at that time. Could this knowledge have been transmitted by the Watchers? The influence of the Watchers also extends into the field of genetics. Many ancient cultures speak of demigods, beings born from the union between gods and humans. The Book of Enoch specifically mentions that the Watchers mated with human women, resulting in a race of giants known as the Nephilim. Could these accounts be attempts to explain a real genetic intervention by advanced beings? Let's also consider the mystery of human evolution. The evolutionary leap that led to modern Homo sapiens is surprisingly rapid from a Darwinian perspective. Some scientists have suggested that there must have been some kind of evolutionary accelerator. Could this accelerator have been the direct intervention of the Watchers in our genetic code? Finally, we cannot ignore the similarities between the mythologies of geographically distant cultures. From the Norse gods to the Aztec deities, we find recurring patterns. Celestial beings descending to interact with humans, teaching them advanced skills and technologies. This universality suggests a common source for these myths: the Watchers. My dear seekers of truth, this evidence, when considered together, paints an astonishing picture. It suggests that our history, as we know it, might be just the tip of the iceberg. The true narrative of our origins and evolution could be far more extraordinary and cosmic than we ever imagined. But this is just the beginning. As we delve further into this investigation, we will uncover even more surprising and revealing connections. The Watchers' conspiracy is not just a theory about our past. It is a key to understanding our present and possibly our future. By astute seekers of truth, as we reflect on these astounding revelations, an unsettling question begins to emerge in our minds. If the Watchers had such an impact on our distant past, is it possible that their influence persists to this day? Imagine for a moment the implications of this possibility. The technological advancements we've witnessed in recent decades have been nothing short of revolutionary. From artificial intelligence to genetic engineering, we stand on the threshold of what many call the next great evolution of humanity. But what if these leaps aren't entirely ours? Consider the accounts of UFO encounters and abduction experiences. Many witnesses describe beings that bear a striking resemblance to the ancient descriptions of the Watchers. Could these encounters be evidence of a continual presence of these beings among us? Even more intriguing is the notion of secret societies and global elites that seem to possess knowledge and technology far more advanced than the rest of humanity. Could they be in direct contact with the Watchers, inheriting their ancient wisdom and power? As we progress in our investigation, I urge you to keep your minds open and your senses sharp. The truth we are about to uncover might challenge everything we think we know about our place in the cosmos. and the destiny of humanity. Prepare yourselves, because in the upcoming segments, we will unravel even more astonishing evidence suggesting that the Watchers are not merely figures from our mythological past, but possibly active architects of our present and future. The Watchers conspiracy might be far more than a historical theory. It could be the key to understanding the events that are shaping our world at this very moment. Before we delve deeper into this fascinating mystery, I want to pause to thank all of you, my faithful seekers of truth. Your curiosity and thirst for knowledge drive our investigations. Recently, many of you have commented on the connections between the Watchers and other ancient civilizations. Maria wrote, Dr. Vega, do you think there is any link between the Watchers and the Mayan gods? An excellent question, Maria, which we will address in our next segment. Also, Jorge asked, is there any evidence of the Watchers' presence in ancient Eastern texts? Get ready, Jorge, because what we are about to reveal will surprise you. If you haven't done so already, I invite you to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. Every week, we unravel new mysteries and conspiracies that challenge the official history. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Also, leave your theories and questions in the comments. Your ideas might be the key to unlocking the next big mystery. Who knows? Maybe your comment will inspire our next video. For those eager for more, I have a surprise. Next week, we will be exploring the possible connection between the Watchers and the pyramids found underwater in various parts of the world. It will be a journey that challenges everything we think we know about ancient history. Now, let's prepare to dive even deeper into the Watchers' conspiracy. What you are about to discover could change your perception of the world forever. Let us resume our investigation. My perceptive seekers of truth, we have explored the historical evidence of the Watchers' intervention in our distant past. Now, let's delve into the clues suggesting their ongoing influence in our current world. Let's start with the inexplicable technological advancements of recent decades. The quantum leap in fields such as computing, nanotechnology, and quantum physics has been so rapid that some experts consider it unnatural. Could it be that certain technological leaps are actually knowledge leaked by the Watchers? Consider the case of the transistor, invented in 1947. This device revolutionized electronics and laid the foundation for the digital age. But did you know that the inventors of the transistor admitted that the idea came to them suddenly and inexplicably? Jack Kilby, one of the pioneers of integrated circuits, described his invention as an epiphany, divine inspiration or intervention by the Watchers. Let's move on to the intriguing connection between the Watchers and modern space programs. Why do space agencies like NASA and ESA seem so interested in ancient structures on Mars and the Moon? In 2007, the Japanese lunar probe Selene captured images of what appeared to be artificial structures on the far side of the Moon. Although officially declared natural formations, some dissenting scientists suggest they could be remnants of alien bases. Could these be the ancient abodes of the Watchers? Closer to home, let's examine the phenomenon of crop circles. These intricate designs that appear overnight in fields around the world often contain advanced mathematical and astronomical information. Some researchers have noticed striking similarities between these designs and ancient symbols associated with the Watchers. Could these circles be an attempt at modern communication by our ancient mentors? Now, let's address a more controversial topic, the field of genetic manipulation. Recent advances in gene editing, such as CRISPR, have given us the ability to alter DNA with unprecedented precision. But what if this technology is not as new as we believe? Ancient Sumerian texts speak of the Anunnaki creating humans through genetic manipulation. Could it be that we are rediscovering the ancient techniques of the Watchers? Consider also the reports of extraterrestrial abductions. Many abductees describe medical procedures and genetic manipulations performed by advanced beings. The similarities between these descriptions and ancient accounts of interactions with the Watchers are astonishing. Could these extraterrestrials actually be the Watchers, continuing their ancient program of genetic modification? Let's now examine the structures of global power. Many conspiracy theories speak of a secret elite ruling the world from the shadows. What if this elite were actually direct descendants of the Nephilim, the offspring of the Watchers and humans? This would explain their apparent access to advanced knowledge and technologies, as well as their obsession with maintaining pure family lineages. Consider also the symbols and rituals used by secret societies like the Illuminati and the Freemasons. Many of these symbols bear striking similarities to ancient glyphs associated with the Watchers. Could these societies be the modern guardians of the Watchers' knowledge? We cannot ignore the increasing number of UFO sightings and encounters with non-human beings. Many governments, including that of the United States, have begun to declassify information about these phenomena. Why now? Could it be that the Watchers are preparing humanity for more open contact? Finally, consider the climate and geological changes we are experiencing. Some interpretations of ancient texts suggest that the Watchers had the capability to manipulate the Earth's climate and geology. The recent increases in phenomena like earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and extreme weather events could be the result of the Watchers' continued experimentation with our planet. My dear seekers of truth, when we piece together all these elements, an astonishing and disturbing picture emerges. The influence of the Watchers seems to extend far beyond our ancient past, reaching into our present and potentially shaping our future. But this raises a crucial question. If the Watchers are still among us, what are their true intentions? Are they benevolent mentors guiding our evolution, or do they have a more sinister agenda? And most importantly, how does this affect our free will and our destiny as a species? As we continue to unravel this cosmic conspiracy, we must remain vigilant and open-minded. The truth, as shocking as it may be, awaits us in the shadows of history and the enigmas of our present. My esteemed seekers of truth, we have traveled a fascinating and unsettling path through the hidden history of our civilization. The conspiracy of the Watchers compels us to reconsider not only our past, but also our own nature and place in the cosmos. Let us now reflect on the philosophical and existential implications of this revelation. If the Watchers have indeed been the hidden architects of our civilization, what does this mean for our understanding of humanity and our destiny? Firstly, we must consider the question of free will. If our evolution has been guided by superior beings, to what extent are we truly free? The idea that our technological, cultural, and even biological development may have been orchestrated by the Watchers challenges our notion of autonomy. Are we really the authors of our destiny, or merely actors in a grand cosmic experiment? On the other hand, this revelation also offers us a transcendent perspective on our potential as a species. If the Watchers have been guiding us toward a higher level of awareness and capability, could we be on the verge of an unprecedented evolutionary leap? The idea that we might be destined to become beings akin to the Watchers is both exhilarating and terrifying. Consider also the ethical implications. If the Watchers have been manipulating our society and genetics, is this a violation of our sovereignty as a species, or is it an act of benevolent tutelage, similar to how we guide the development of our children? The answer to this question could redefine our understanding of morality and ethics in a cosmic context. From a spiritual perspective, the existence of the Watchers challenges many of our traditional religious beliefs. If these beings are indeed the fallen angels mentioned in ancient texts, how does this affect our understanding of the divine? Could our religions be distorted interpretations of the interactions between the Watchers and primitive humanity? Furthermore, the possibility that the Watchers continue to influence our current world forces us to reconsider our perception of reality. How much of what we consider normal or natural in our society might be the result of subtle yet constant manipulation? This notion invites us to question everything we take for granted and to keep an open mind toward the seemingly impossible. The Watchers' conspiracy also sheds new light on our relationship with technology. If much of our technological advancement is due to the Watchers' influence, are we truly prepared to handle the power we have acquired? The rapid development of potentially destructive technologies, such as nuclear weapons or advanced artificial intelligence, takes on new meaning from this perspective. Finally, we must consider the implications for our future as a species. If the Watchers have been guiding our evolution, what is the ultimate goal of this grand cosmic experiment? Are we being prepared to join a broader galactic community, or are we merely pawns in a cosmic game whose rules we are only beginning to glimpse? My dear seekers of truth, these questions may seem overwhelming, even frightening, but they also offer us a unique opportunity to expand our consciousness and understanding of the universe. The conspiracy of the Watchers invites us to look beyond the limits of our daily perception and to consider possibilities that challenge our imagination. In the end, whether the Watchers are real beings or a metaphor for our own unexplored potential, this investigation reminds us that there is much more to our existence than meets the eye. It urges us to keep our minds open, to question the established norms, and to always seek the truth, no matter how improbable or uncomfortable it might seem. As we continue unraveling the mysteries of our existence, let us remember that each revelation brings us one step closer to understanding our true place in the vast tapestry of the cosmos. The truth is out there, waiting to be discovered by those brave enough to seek it. My valiant seekers of truth, now that we have explored the depths of the Watchers' conspiracy, it is time to reflect on how this knowledge might impact our everyday lives. Firstly, this revelation invites us to cultivate a higher awareness in our daily lives. If the Watchers have been influencing our evolution, shouldn't we be more attuned to the subtle signs of their presence? Practice mindful observation of your surroundings. Pay attention to coincidences that seem too perfect to be mere chance. Perhaps through this heightened awareness, we can tune into the wisdom that the Watchers have been trying to impart to us. Secondly, this theory challenges us to constantly question what we believe to know. If much of our history and knowledge has been shaped by hidden forces, what other accepted truths might be questionable? Cultivate healthy skepticism. Do not blindly accept what authorities or the media tell you. Investigate for yourselves, cross-check sources, and be open to alternative perspectives. Furthermore, the possibility that we are part of a grand cosmic experiment invites us to view our lives from a broader perspective. The daily problems that burden us may seem insignificant when considered in the context of this grand plan. Use this perspective to find peace and purpose in your lives, knowing that every experience, no matter how trivial it seems, could be part of a larger design. The Watchers' theory also reminds us of our hidden potential. If we carry the legacy of these advanced beings in our DNA, what latent capabilities might we possess? Explore practices such as meditation, creative visualization, or even the development of psychic abilities. You might discover talents and skills you didn't know you had. Lastly, this revelation calls us to be responsible stewards of our planet and our species. If the Watchers have entrusted us with advanced knowledge, we have the responsibility to use it wisely. Consider how you can contribute to the positive advancement of humanity, whether through science, art, philosophy, or simply by being an example of elevated consciousness in your community. Remember, my dear seekers, that the true power of this knowledge lies not in its mere possession, but in how we apply it in our lives. Let the Watchers' conspiracy be not just a fascinating theory, but a catalyst for your personal growth and your contribution to the advancement of humanity. As you navigate your daily life, keep your eyes, minds, and hearts open. Who knows? Perhaps the next great discovery about the Watchers might not come from ancient texts or archaeological sites, but from your own unique experiences and perceptions. My tireless seekers of truth, we have reached the end of this fascinating journey through the conspiracy of the Watchers. But remember, this is not an end, but merely the beginning of a new chapter in our collective quest for truth. I urge you to keep this knowledge from becoming stagnant. Share these revelations with those who are willing to listen. Start conversations, question the established norms, and keep the flame of curiosity alive. For those who wish to delve even deeper, I invite you to explore the additional resources we have prepared. On our website, you will find an extensive library of ancient texts, analyses of archaeological evidence, and interviews with experts in the field. Knowledge is power, and the more we learn, the closer we will come to unlocking the true mysteries of our existence. Don't forget to join our online community, where you can connect with other truth seekers from around the world. Share your theories, debate respectfully, and who knows, maybe together we can uncover the next crucial piece of this cosmic puzzle. And of course, stay tuned to this channel. In the coming weeks, we will delve into related topics that promise to be just as fascinating, from the connections between the Watchers and lost civilizations to the potential influence of these beings on modern quantum technology. Remember, the truth is out there waiting to be discovered, and with each video, with each investigation, we get one step closer to unraveling the secrets of the universe. Until we meet again, keep your minds open, your eyes alert, and never stop questioning. The Watcher's conspiracy is just the beginning. Are you ready for what's coming next?